Oh, come on now.
Oh, man.
Where's this so anticlimactic?
And we have guests in the studio. We have guests here.
And
Should we sing it?
Here and he feels all right. There it is.
Have another drink, it'll make you feel better. Have another drink and you feel alright.
The wrong file.
Feel down and you're under the weather. Have another drink and you feel alright.
Well, he's joined us here in the studio. He is the potentate of the Wine Academy of Utah, Jimmy Santangelo. You can find all things Wine Academy of Utah and all things Santangelo at wineacademyofutah.com. Good morning, Mr. Santangelo.
Good morning. Happy weekend.
What have you got for us?
We got a lot of great stuff. We have a whiskey and we have some delicious chocolate encased fruit. Oh my gosh. So we're going to pair Tru Fru, the natural cherries with dark chocolate, with our Clearwater whiskey, the Scandalist. And we always love these labels, right? The Scandalist labels. I don't know if anybody has, a better camera than me.
Drunk already.
That was, yeah, been assessing since yesterday.
This is the cinnamon flavor.
This is a cinnamon. This is a Canadian whiskey.
Clearwater's just killing it.
They are. They really are. They're doing a great job. They, I love their packaging, love their branding, love their story. Clearwater Distillery, Utah County's only distillery down there. But more importantly, it's great product. It's great whiskey. And this is a Canadian-based whiskey. And what they're doing is they're saturating just these beautiful cinnamon sticks in there in this basket press, just soaking it in there. So all that just beautiful cinnamon flavors coming out naturally. No sugars, no additives.
It's
not too sweet.
That's
and
why
it
this is the best.
Even a little cloudy in there. They don't do a huge amount of filtration. They'll do a little fining in there. But what they want to do is that fragment, that flavor really comes out.
Yeah, it does. And and again, I've not been a great fan of cinnamon whiskeys in the past because they're too sweet.
Yeah,
This
really
is not sweet.
They're really popular, but this one is superior.
This one's a good one.
So if you pair it with Tru Fru, how do you do that?
Yeah, which do you do first?
Okay,
What
so
order do you do
I like
this
to
in?
do a sip, taste, sip because you kind of want to prep your palate. Little sip on the palate.
Oh, palate prep here.
Little palate.
All right, here we go.
No more than usual, Bill. No more than usual.
Man, my palate is prepped.
Yeah, and then we've had been listening to you guys for the last couple of weeks, enjoying your Tru Fruit. So you know how to do that. You let it open up. You bring it out of the freezer about 10, 15 minutes, and you can see it's just kind of getting glisteny, glossy. It's starting to come down. Let's pop that bad boy right in. And when you eat chocolate and when you eat fruit, a lot of times people will just be more worried about chewing it up and swallowing it. Actually, what you want to do is even take a half a bite, and it just kind of get around your palate, right? Get it all over on the tongue and then the roof of the mouth, and then take a sip.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, these are both local products.
These are both local products, and that's a cool part. And what you have here is a fun situational pairing. You can nail it with the absolute perfect food and wine or a whiskey kind of pairing, but it's also fun. It's just something to have in the backyard, something to have after dinner. If you didn't make a cake, if you didn't make a big dessert, you're like, oh, I got something, a little sweet note to finish. Friends that are over, and it's easy, it's approachable.
Something to have while you're watching TV, something to have while you're mowing the lawn.
Mowing the lawn?
A new Netflix and chill.
Something to have when you're just get out of the shower.
In the shower.
Chocolate everywhere.
A shower pairing, Bill? Is that what this is?
But what's great about this is the Tru Fru is that you can pair with so many things with fruit and chocolate because so many things you can pair with fruit.
We kind of just created our own little cordial here, right?
Yeah.
You've got that cinnamon spice complementing the chocolate. That's always a great pairing. Cherry note, a red fruit note is a characteristic with whiskeys coming out. So these two very much collaborate with one another. And we're even going to be, in addition to the Clearwater distilling spirits that we love featuring, whether it's the Armagnac, the Scandalous, and others. But we are going to be pairing this same Tru Fruit product at one of my events next Thursday at Liberty Park. The Tracy Aviaries Wine Takes Flight. We're featuring wines of Portugal. So we're going to have different wines leading up, but the very last wine is going to be a classic port, sweet red wine, and we're going to pair this also with that. And it's going to go really good.
So a lot of times people say that a dry kind of white wine or red wine is good with chocolate. Is that?
Yeah, you got to make sure when you do a classic food wine pairing, you want to make sure the wine is sweeter than the dessert. But a lot of red wines are nice and ripe and rich, so you want to look at a higher alcohol red. So a Zinfandel, big, rich Cab Sav from Napa, that'll go good with, say, like a milk chocolate. And a lot of people are like, oh, what's the cocoa level, the cacao level? You gotta also worry about that. But as soon as I start going, if I'm over at Caputo's or something and really going through all my, or Harmon's, going through my 80%, 70% cacao level, then I'm moving to whiskey. I'm moving over to whiskeys for that pairing. Right. But if you're doing a Hershey's, if you're doing a nice piece of chocolate kind of a thing, red wine would be good, but you need that higher alcohol riper fruit.
What about the pineapple? Because I love the pineapple Tru Fru.
The pineapple Tru Fru, when I have that with Sauvignon Blanc or an unoaked Chard, it is amazing.
I've got that.
How about rum?
Yeah, you could do a white rum. Yeah, and that's really now you're talking pina colada bursting in your mouth. Yeah, no, for sure. Make sure it's a white rum, not a dark rum.
I wouldn't have even thought about this. The Scandalous whiskey with the cherry. And it's perfect.
It works.
Nice.
It works out well. Now, is the Scandalous available in liquor stores?
Scandalous is widely available. It's listed $29.99, so under 30 bones for this bottle. It is a sipper. You can also integrate into cocktails. I make Manhattan cocktails with this. I make other styles of cocktails with this. We do a New York sour with this with a little float of red wine. So you can really have fun or just on the rocks after dinner. It's a palate cleanser.
This, just what you've
just
done
like
here.
This. And yeah,
a little bit.
You keep the Tru Fru in the freezer. Grab a little bowl of those and get a little.
Take the bottle of whiskey off your nightstand, and you're good to go.
How did you know? And now the other nice thing too about Clearwater Distillery is if you happen to find yourself on a Sunday without any alcohol,
God forbid you don't have a bottle of booze on a Sunday, right? Yeah, you go down there and grab some. They have a package store
down there in Lehigh. Just look at it and you can buy
Pleasant Grove
or Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, very similar.
Utah County is losing their minds. They are.
When they first asked me how to get there, I said, "Hey, how do I get down to your location?" They're like, take 80, get off at Pleasant Grove, off ramp, make a left, and then bang her right at the church. They didn't have to tell me which church I knew.
Exactly. What do you got coming up Monday, Thursdays?
Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff coming up. As mentioned, that Thursday at the Tracy Aviary. Following that, Thursday, August 29th, Leonardo Museum featuring wines of the French countryside.
My favorite.
That's going to be a fun one.
All right.
My favorite.
All right, it's wineacademyofutah.com where you find all things Sant'Angelo, spirits, wine, all of that, and you can learn to be a sommelier with Jimmy.
That's right.
Sure. All right.
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, sir.